Welcome back to Sacred Therapy, guys. I have a Virgo career and love reading, and we are going to dive right into this because I'm not sure if I deleted enough space to record this. So, Virgo, it has been a long wait. So, perhaps for some of you guys, you are the alchemist. Perhaps it has taken a long time for you to alchemize something for yourself, in both your career and in love. Because this took a long time to come together, and I don't think that things happen for no reason. So this took a long time for me to make sure like I could have my table because pop exploded everywhere. All these piles got together. I had to I had to rip some of my cards apart because there was pop all over things. Like I tore out I had to tear out some stuff. Okay? Like unfortunately, some of the cards got ruined, but the words are still there, so I'm gonna still use them. Um, but yeah, we're gonna dive right in to this career. All right, and get these charms. So I feel like immediately the year 2020 is significant. All right, so you may change careers, you may have changed passions in 2020. 2020 was a significant year for a lot of people with the global pandemic of COVID. So we have that. I'm also seeing communication. So you may work in communication here with these leaves. I'm also seeing these leaves. There's two different ones. So you may have done a lot of growing in your communication style, or you may be receiving communication soon. An Aries could definitely be significant to your career because we have a key here with the Aries symbol attached to it. You may be the key person in your workplace as far as, your career field is concerned. Now, guys, this is a general Virgo reading, so the specifics of what you guys do, I'm gonna try to tap in. But remember, this reading is collective, so we will be generalizing. Um, so the energy that you bring to your job could very well play a key role in your communication and your growth. And here we have an anchor. All right, so you may feel very solid, very stable, very secure in your career, or you are searching for that if you do not have that at this time. Somewhere where you can drop anchor in your career field. Perhaps some of you guys are in journalism. Yeah, we're getting a lot of ships related stuff. So yeah, Spirit is reminding you guys that you are in the driver's seat when it comes to your career. We do pave the way for our own opportunities. Maybe it is time now for Virgo to stop thinking inside the box, maybe start thinking outside of the box because we have this wheel here. I'm getting Atlantis, I'm getting other worlds, I'm getting creating new worlds. If you're not familiar with when Virgo is, that is the in mid-August to mid-September range, okay, of dates. Religion may play a factor in your career, or spirituality. So you may work in the religious sector. Okay, that might be true for some of you guys. Or your faith is very influential as far as your career is concerned if you're not working in a faith-based area. And this, for me, symbolizes something unique. So you bring your own unique flair to whatever it is that you're doing, Virgo. As far as your career, like nobody can do it quite like you do it, right? All right. Yeah, there is something about your emotions and passion at your job, because we have the moon and two hearts is in this box. I don't know if you guys can see it, but it's like two hearts. So you may really, really love what you do, or you may have met someone special, maybe a soulmate at work. Maybe you got a work wifey or husband. Maybe that's a joke that you guys run. Okay. All right, so that's it for the charms for your career. Now we're going to move over into these cards. Woo. Gonna move over into these cards, and then so just a little sip from a little piece of tea from okay, as the reader. I'm gonna do the air signs after this, and then we're not doing these zodiac readings no more because this took way entirely too much time. So I hope y'all enjoyed these deep dives, because they're not happening again on this channel. It done took me way too long. Way too long messing with these. And if I do some zodiac readings, I'm definitely not going to put it like career and love in the same thing, because this is crazy, okay? So let's get into it. I'm gonna probably just put the tarot out so that we can get a general story real quick. This is that. Let's see. And y'all may see this on my table. This is from a humidifier that burnt the shit out of my table. Don't it look like half a heart? Talking to my sister, I'm like, you know what? Fuck it. I'm gonna make it work. Yeah, just Knight of Cups. So I feel like in your career, like I said, there's something very passionate. There is a small offer coming towards you, a small opportunity. Yeah, okay, with this Emperor. So I'm saying you may have met a soulmate. This could be your divine counterpart too. Either way, this is a very healthy masculine energy, or you yourself may be stepping into a very healthy masculine energy, okay? You may be also working on your emotional maturity, like not taking things personal within your career field. Okay, Three of Cups. Yes, you're stepping into joy, really finding your passions about what you wanted to do in your life. So if you are younger, I feel like you are getting the opportunity to really like spread your wings and fly at work, and you know, contribute things. And this is bringing you a lot of joy, like people are paying attention to what you have to say. Okay, yes, this Knight of Wands, and it's tapping into your presence. Yeah, oh my God. All right, so soulmates and yeah, twin flames. So you, love is showing up in your career here with the Emperor. All right. Something about your career is healing your own internal masculine and feminine energy as well. You guys might be doing a passion project. Maybe you work in, there's lots of fields in communication. So you could be in theater, you could be in media, you could be in customer service, you could do a lot of things. You could be in advertising, you could be in marketing. Your counterpart is right here. Okay, Virgo. Okay, Virgo. And this does not have to just be sun sign, okay? It can be sun, moon, rising, Neptune, Saturn, Venus, Mars, Jupiter, Uranus, Pluto. Your sun could be your any planet, any significant placements could be Virgo. This may be calling out to you for this. Yeah, you guys, like I said, your career, the connection, you may be going through a transformation due to your career, or you're changing your career due to a transformation within yourself, a transition. Um, yeah, there is a death of the old cycle and the rebirth of the new cycle here in your career. Yeah, I feel like you're having a little bit of a struggle when it comes to fully trusting yourself, maybe trusting this work opportunity, maybe trusting this love offer, right? Don't get too much in your head, okay? Because we can block our blessings here with the star card coming up in reverse. So that is a warning. Okay? That is a warning for some of you guys. So for some of you, you're not trusting your skills in it. You're not trusting the deal or the opportunity. And Spirit is warning you that that's going to take you outside of your wish fulfillment, especially if you go toward where all of these options. Okay, because it's the Seven of Cups. This is my options energy card. Okay. And then bottom of the deck over here, we have the Eight of Cups. And underneath that, we have the Sun. Yeah. So I feel like you guys are going to let go of, this lack of trust in yourself, this lack of trust. I feel like you guys are really trusting your skills right now and letting go of all of this doubt. All right. Let's get these. Yeah, because I feel like you're making this commitment. An air sign could be significant. So Gemini, Libra, Aquarius could be significant to your career. Okay. Yeah, you're letting go again right here with that Eight of Cups energy. You are letting go. You're making room for the new beginning on its way to you now. That is very important. Okay, as the alchemist. Yeah, intimacy. I told you guys there's a soulmate, counterpart, twin flame. Okay. Sexual chemistry, reminiscing, intimacy. Maybe relationships are influencing your career. Yeah, love spell. You could feel this connection between Emperor and Empress. You could feel as if you have been put under a love spell of some such, especially in your career. Especially if you do something creative, you may feel like you have like writer's block while you guys are going through this transformation. And Spirit is, letting you know that Spirit is the one in control of this type of divine connection. So friendly reminder, okay, yes, and an earth sign, you showing up in your own reading, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. If this is a counterpart to counterpart, you guys may have very strong earth placements as separate individuals. Bottom of the deck energy over here is commitment. Things are getting serious. I feel like there is a need though to bring up the bottom of underneath of that. They want you for your money. Okay, being used. So I feel like there may be a fear in this connection, a fear, and why there's lack of trust and this lack of wish fulfillment. So Spirit is warning you not to become overly materialistic, overly 3D focused, okay? Because that is going to hinder your success. Yep. And Spirit's trying to offer you this helpful message. Yep. Message of guidance here. Absolutely. All right, guys, just to save us some time, I'm going to kind of like pick these up. And I'm going to kind of set them under the decks. Y'all really haven't seen me do this before, but I'm going to kind of set them under the decks to try to get this stuff out of the way because, yeah. Yeah, a message of forgiveness. So I feel like there's going to be this forgiveness here. I'm also seeing, and maybe if you didn't know what you wanted to do for a while, there's forgiving yourself for that. There's also forgiveness the other person. Maybe they went for some other options, or you went for some other options or some other opportunities as far as career. But I see them releasing that. That is what this forgiveness is. So I feel like right now, Virgo, you are just out this alchemizing time in your life where you receiving those messages of guidance, you know, forgiving yourself for whatever you did not know in your career field. Yeah, remaining calm in the chaos, right? Remaining calm in the chaos. So I feel like you just pouring love into yourself. Yeah, spiritual message. Remember I said there are spiritual values that are influencing your career. So let's get some mudras. Okay. So our mudras here. Yeah. Moderation is very important to your career. So maybe you work, again, if you work in tech fields or any of that, like you're understanding that there needs to be a cap. There needs to be some type of boundaries when it comes to the growth, confirmation, when it comes to human growth, human expansion, right? Here with this no, no, no. Okay. Yeah, you may be feeling melancholy about some of these things. You're releasing this depression in perhaps the field that you participated in that you was unaware of until very recently. It was kind of a setup situation, right? Yeah. You're also understanding, like, in these professional settings, right? So releasing the fact that, you know, life can be disappointing, people can be disappointing, corporations can be disappointing, right? But we're also, you know, maintaining optimism that God places in these, and like I said, spirituality and religion could play a factor. Your faith could play a factor in this. So spirit doesn't align us and put us in these positions, even though they may feel paradoxical, they may feel like it is, you know, against your grain or against your core values, but it is so, you can take a deep breath and realize what unique position that you can play in influencing this change, right? So spirit is reminding you to take a deep breath. Yeah, drive, just get going. Also motivating you, healing. Yeah. So certain things outside of your control, you're letting that go. Yeah, letting it go here with this 8 of Cups. I feel like spirit is just kind of clarifying what exactly we're letting go of. So we're healing the past. We're healing the guilt and the shame of, like, maybe doing something in a field where we didn't understand our impact to other people, to the world, to the planet. Yeah. And we're focusing on healing, letting it be. Maybe you are making a huge shift. Like maybe you worked for corporations, and now you're going into environmentalism or the reverse. You know what I'm saying? Um, yeah, Spirit is reminding you that there is magic in any position that you do hold. They're reminding you to be bewitched. So allow yourself to feel the magic, allow yourself to tap in to the magic of the present moment, okay? And again, you guys, these are mudras. This is not sign language. If you are deaf and you have captions on, I promise you guys I am going to work on some video editing to make my videos more accessible to all the variety of audience members. It's also why I started doing the forward facing videos, because I know a lot of my deaf, community out here, y'all can read lips, okay? And I pretty much enunciate a lot of stuff, okay? Anyway, just a little PSA right there. Yeah, the inner home. So you are becoming secure within yourself, regardless of what career position you hold. You are understanding that productivity and opportunities. I feel like you're redefining career, money, wealth to yourself. And you're becoming very secure within who you are and how you show up in the world. Hell yeah, self-confidence. I am sure. Exactly. I didn't even read that card with the I am sure. This reminds me of like a winter landscape. So if you're watching this at the time of my upload, then a winter time could be very significant transitionary period for you, maybe internally, externally, or all the above. If you are not watching it during the time of my upload, then winter season, the upcoming winter season could be important for you guys. Yeah. And you have established this inner peace. That's what I'm trying to say. Yeah, because you're getting help from spirit. You are realizing how abundant life is. Right? Inner peace. Yeah, order. Dare to experiment. So you may be challenging the order or the status quo at your job as well. Let's get some timing messages, okay? So you're saying not anytime soon. Maybe for some of you, you were requesting like a sign about that person at your job, or about this experimentation, or maybe your melancholy is getting to you and that pessimism is getting to you, and maybe you're scared that doomsday is arriving. Spirit is saying not anytime soon. Okay. Not on my watch. Exactly. And contradictorily, in the nearest future, remember, energy follows thought. So as you're transitioning, you may be seeing contradictory messages. We are in the unique thing about being alive, being human. We are a collection of paradoxes. So not anytime soon, and in the near future could be the exact same time frame. Okay. Wintertime, like I said, February, and it is coming for you. So I feel like, again, this is a collective read, you guys. For those of you that are leaning more towards that melancholy, it's free will, okay? You have to choose your mood. You have to shift the vibe. Right? Okay? So whatever is going on in your career, Spirit is encouraging you to release what is outside of your control. Let that be. Do your piece, right? And remain optimistic. Remain self-confident. Keep your inner peace. All right? And then having that energy, having that, releasing all of that melancholy, tapping into your sunshine. That's going to have something great coming for you in the winter time. This commitment, this secure position maybe, or your career. Maybe if you're starting a business, that shit is going to take off, boom, booming, okay? What is coming for you? February, it may be a significant time, and in the nearest future. All right, guys, we are going to wrap the career reading for Virgo right here. And I'm going to transition over to the love reading. Just give me a second here. Y'all gonna be seeing some of my decks, these big white patches of card pieces on them. Just know that those decks were in the pop explosion caused by my nephew. It was an accident though, you know what I'm saying? Like, you know, kids is kids and shit happens, or happened before then, and I have no idea. Some freaking pop exploded. And these was sitting on this table like this. And then that's why I took everything in my room. But then I just quit. Because I'm like, oh my God, all my decks are stuck together. And I was getting all emotional and such. But yeah, I mean, you gotta let shit go. Gotta let shit go. All right? It is not doing you or anyone else any type of service being depressed. Okay? Being angry, moving out of anger. If anything, it is just going to prolong it. So we do have some reoccurring themes. Again, we had communication. So I did get some themes. We also have Mercury, mind, and speech. Again, communication. And bottom of the deck, energy, change, and new beginnings. As I said, so there is a theme that came across in your career that is going to come across in this love part of the reading. So if you haven't checked out the career, some of it does tie in together. There was some significant love information in there, maybe about meeting someone, maybe you met them through your career. But we are going to dive into these charms, then we're going to get y'all songs, and then we're going to get y'all some messages. Yes, communication, exactly, this big ass feather. Communication, communication, communication. How you are talking to yourself, how you talk to other people, the ways in which you are showing up is a huge influence on your love life, okay? And yeah, roses could be significant, a significant sign. So for some of you that might have been looking for a sign, we have 2 roses. So here is one of the roses, okay? I'm gonna show you the other one. Let me get it together in my little clippies. 2 roses. I feel like somebody sees you as that rare and beautiful rose, and they want to give you these flowers. Yes. Yeah, I feel like somebody is watching you bloom. Somebody's watching you bloom. Somebody's watching you grow. And they are fun because we have this tree right here. Yeah, I was saying, like, environmentalism is very important to you guys. And they see you taking care of yourself. Perhaps you are responsible for your family or your family tree. They rely on you here. Yeah, because we have 4 anchors to combine with this love right here. Love. So your ass is a solid person, Virgo, which is interesting too because, ooh, where'd that one go? Where'd he go? All right, so you want to drop anchor somewhere in the unknown abyss because that one just disappeared, you guys. I have no idea where it just went. All right. Yeah, dropping anchorage in the unknown, and that's important fact, okay? I want to show you guys. We had the one that just failed. This is the second anchor. Couldn't even show y'all the first one. It just flew right out of there as I was trying to get it in here. Here's the second one. I mean, the third one. And then here is the fourth one. Yeah, somebody sees you as stable. Somebody sees you as commitment worthy. Yeah. Somebody sees you as commitment worthy. Somebody sees you as a risk taker. And you are not afraid to drop anchor in unfamiliar waters, unfamiliar territory, to try new things, right? Again, we have communication. So we have no, we have two feathers. Yep. So communication, you are tapping into spiritual communication, your higher level of communication, and also your 3D communication. So I'm feeling like you're recognizing your own growth as well here. Remember what I said about stepping into the unknown and spirituality. Like, spirit has your back. You could be spiritual or religious. Take what resonates, guys. My channel is for everybody, right? So you or them may feel otherworldly. There may be something unique about you. Okay. About your face, about how you look. And there's this bone here. So I'm getting like somebody is having really big, spicy thoughts about you, okay? You are magnetic. You are attractive. You are fly, okay? Okay. Maybe sometimes an overanalyzer here with all this communication, but I feel like that's just a part of your personality here. And we also have this moon, so you are stepping into your emotions. You are not fearing love. And I see you going through these different phases, exploring your emotional intelligence. Ooh, that's sexy, spirit. Yeah, and you're leaving behind what does not no longer serve you. Right? We be playing word association games. And I see somebody coming in. They want to protect and serve. For some of you guys, acts of service, words of affirmation may really be your love language here. Okay. So that is it for the love reading charms. Okay. And then we're going to get into these cards. I'm going to put this back in the charm bag. And then we're going to get these songs. So, ooh, y'all got a playlist. Okay. Yeah, Destiny's Child. We have bills, bills, bills. At first, we started out real cool, taking me places I ain't never been, but now you're getting comfortable, ain't doing those things you did no more. You're slowly making me pay for things your money should be handling. And now you ask to use my car, drive it all day and don't fill up the tank, and you have the audacity to even come and step to me, ask to hold some money from me until you get your check next week. So I feel like, again, when we was talking about them phases of emotions, and I see you are releasing that. Stop licking your butt. You in the background doing too much. My daughter's cat doing way too much. I did not hit him either. I just threw an empty one of these. Threw an empty one of these at him and he hit the cut. Yeah, and I feel like you gonna let this motherfucker have it. Alright? Give me 1 second, guys, because I'm going to go pick that up so it doesn't get crushed and stepped on. But yeah, you're going to let that motherfucker have it. Going to let them have it. Yeah. Going to let them have it. Mm-hmm. Okay, with this 21 questions, do you trust me enough to tell me your dreams? Yeah, you releasing this type of energy, this toxic energy, this motherfucker that only want to use you for your success. We ain't accepting them offers no more. Boop, bye with this Yeah, change and new beginnings. What has to happen before a new beginning? An ending. We ain't accepting these bums anymore. Okay? With 50 Cent, 21 questions. Do you trust me enough to tell me your dreams? I'm staring at you trying to figure out how you got in them jeans. If I was down, would you say things to make me smile? I treat you how you want to be treated, just teach me how. If I was with some other chick and someone happened to see, and when you asked me about it, I said it wasn't me, would you believe me or up and leave me? How deep is our bond if that's all it takes for you to be gone? We only humans, girl. We make mistakes. To make it up, I do whatever it takes. I love you like a fat kid love cake. You know my style, say anything to make you smile. I feel like you also have to release these toxic traits, Virgo. We're not going to sugarcoat it here for you. You want to, go to a reader that will tell you what you want to hear. That is not me, baby. I don't do that. You can't be being a hoe and expect the king. You feel me? Other way around if you want to switch it. Can't be being a queen, or expecting the queen if you some gigolo. Gigolo is the male hoe. Okay. All right. All right. So I see you releasing these habits within yourself as well. That's making you a better catch. Because what a Virgo is really good at, you guys, is pretending to be very innocent, sweet, innocent, la 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 la. They got a couple faces, okay? The Virgo is not the sweet and innocent. Yeah, they're the virgin archetype and all this other shit. No. They can be some of the most calculating and pre-planning as people. Okay? But there is a level of innocence to it. That's what I'm saying. When you're young and you're dumb and you're 20 and you didn't know whatever you didn't know, right? Then that's okay. But now in your big age, I feel like you are deciding that, fucking with people just to get your bills paid, playing this game, the same old game that's going on in the 3D about, getting what you want. It's not where you want to be. You know what I'm saying? You don't want to create doubts like this in other people, so you're not choosing to move like that. Yeah, because Bruno Mars, when I was your man, my pride, my ego, my needs, and my selfish ways caused a good, strong woman like you to walk out my life. Now I never get to clean up the mess I made. Oh, and that haunts me every time I close my eyes. If you are dealing with these people, you're most likely going to be in a karmic type of situation where there's this lesson that you keep learning because you cannot play with people like this. 3838 was on the clock when I said that. So remember, there is a level of mirroring. If you are being treated like this, the chances are that you are treating other people like this as well, or you did in the past. Now, Virgos, I know you guys have the means to be a sweetheart, okay? But y'all can't be showing everybody this sweet, innocent vibe and then be hiding this crazy, you know what I'm saying, ruthless kind of cutthroat person because you moving in your ego space, okay? Virgos gotta be healed. I've dealt with a lot of different kind of Virgos. I've also dealt with them, romantically. I've dealt with them in family. And I'm going to give you guys a little bit of story time to try to help y'all understand what I'm saying. So for the ones that I dated, this Virgos have a tendency to be big ass babies. All right, I'm not going to sugarcoat it for you here. They want somebody to take care of them forever. I don't care, male, female. Virgos, for some reason, y'all be acting like y'all just going to be forever kids. Like you ain't got to hold your weight. You have to hold your weight. All right? Other people are not just going to provide for you for the rest of your life. Okay? So that entitlement needs to come down here. You gonna have to kind of kill your ego a little bit, okay? Have a little ego death. You're gonna be all right. And there's 21 questions. Understand, like when you asking other people, you need to be looking at how you showing up with your perfectionist self, okay? You need to turn that perfectionism on the inside, all right? And also understand and forgive yourself. Like, people is not always going to show up perfect. People are having a human experience. You yourself are having a human experience, okay? Now, for some of y'all going to get stuck in these nasty, negative cycles of being, and you going to get cut off, all right? I got plenty of siblings, plenty of Virgo siblings that I do not talk to anymore for just this purpose. Like, an unhealed Virgo is a big user, a huge user. Don't do that, Virgo. Y'all got way too much potential to just end up like that. Don't be letting people think this about you, because we do. We do. And we'll tell it to you to your face too, until we just decide that we done. All right? So don't be stubborn and being the baby. Okay? Don't be stubborn and being the baby. All right? You might be your mama's baby and your daddy's baby, but now, in this big age, it's time for you to grow the hell up and take responsibility. Communicate. And I feel like you transmuting this mental energy. You have to do that, Virgo. You have to squeegee out some of that bullshit, all right, that you consistently think and consistently just continue to do. All right, 112, Cupid. Girl, if I told you I love you, that doesn't mean that I don't care. Ooh, and when I tell you I need you, don't you think that I'll never be there? Ooh, baby, I'm so tired of the way you turn my words into deception and lies. Don't misunderstand me when I try to speak my mind. I'm only saying what's in my heart. All right. So for some of you guys, you got big boy trust issues, okay? Huge trust issues, okay? And that's very evident here with this last bottom of the deck song, which is Shaggy, It Wasn't Me. Honey came in and she caught me red-handed, creeping with the girl next door. Picture this, we were both butt naked, banging on the bathroom floor. How could I forget that I had given her an extra key? All this time she was standing there, she never took her eyes off me. Again, y'all be real non-committal. We got this commitment card over here in career. All right. Y'all be real non-committal in careers, real non-committal in, and for the earth signs, y'all the most finicky of earth signs when it comes to this. Y'all in Capricorn, okay? A Taurus is like, that's the rock steadiest of all y'all. Rock steady, baby. Lay it on down. All right, and I'm not saying all of y'all operate like this, Virgo, so if this is not your lecture, you do not have to accept it. But for those of you guys that are operating in this lower frequency ass shit, pull up a motherfucking chair, because it's time. You're going to have to let me big sister you guys for a second. All right? All right, baby, because I want you to have this success, Virgo. All right? And I already got 3 of my siblings I don't talk to because y'all be pissing me off. All right? I don't have the patience. So y'all could be dealing with an air sign for real. Okay? We're going to tell it to you like it is. We ain't going to sugarcoat shit. All right? Y'all cannot be being the hoe and expecting a divine counterpart. All right? Y'all can't be being all creepy and having plan A and plan B and plan C because you're trying to get your bills paid and expect one of these connections to morph into some shit that's solid. That is not going to happen. You can keep fucking dreaming. You can keep trying to alchemize that shit all you would like to. But the other person in that is not fair to the other person in that situation unless both of you guys is going to be hoes turned into housewives type shit. And then more power to you guys. But y'all are going to have these trust issues. So you need to understand that there's going to be levels to this shit. Okay? Especially if you know that this motherfucker used to be doing some shady shit. Alright? Because we got, if I lied to you, would you leave me? And I guess we're not solid enough. Like, y'all need to take responsibility for your damn selves. Don't be trying to blame other people. Okay, that's our sociopathic, schizophrenic, baby ass acting shit. We're not doing that. Okay. And yes, I've known some crazy ass Virgos. Okay. The most comments I have is on these sign readings. I don't have any problems with Virgos. I have a lot of Virgo friends, and these people are really dope. Just because it didn't work out with me romantically with a Virgo, I don't have any hate towards any Virgos, okay? But I do understand like how y'all act in love. It is crazy. All right, so if you are not in the baby phase and you have healed this baby phase, this baby acting phase, this entitlement phase, like I should be spoiled, you should be taking me out on trips, this bills, bills, bills energy. They want to be spoiled. This is a sign like if you can't spoil them, they're going to find somebody else that will. Okay, and if you are doing that sugar baby lifestyle and looking for your sugar mama, your sugar daddy, or whatever, you need to keep it 100% with people. Don't be doing this lies and deception and everything, and you need to let people choose for themselves. Okay? I feel like that's going to make y'all way more happier in the end. Y'all going to be living them fuckboy lifestyles. At least let people, you know what I'm saying, know what the hell it is, right? Or you end up like Bruno Mars talking about when I was your man. When I was your girl. You going to have this regret. And don't do your counterpart like that. Watch the career part. Yeah. Y'all be trying to withhold the emotional aspect in love while presenting yourself as this solid ass offer. Okay? Because y'all don't trust nobody. This is the Fool showing up in y'all's reading twice. So in career and in love, y'all do not trust nobody. Y'all have trust issues. That's why y'all be having 7 different partners on the low and a whole entire roster and all of that. All right, we ain't gonna act like Virgos ain't got it. Y'all got the charm. Y'all got the charisma. Y'all got the swag. Okay. Okay. But you do not trust people. You don't. See? This conflict. So this creates this external ass conflict in your relationships because you are withholding your emotions. That heart is super guarded, baby. So while this Ace of Pentacles, it may be a solid ass offer in the 3D for sex, for I don't know, resources, you know what I'm saying, job opportunities. Like basically if it ain't about no money, y'all not really paying attention to it, y'all not really trusting it. If it's not something concrete, like an actual transaction, why y'all so damn transactionary? I'm gonna need y'all to ask yourself that, okay? Why are y'all so damn transactionary? Because this is conflicting with your own internal self too. This external conflict is also creating internal conflict here. Yeah, because you're cutting yourself off with this Queen of Cups in reverse. You are cutting yourself off from your own emotional intelligence. You are doing yourself a disservice and anybody that you are getting into a relationship with. And please do not be calling in no relationship if you are not like at that commitment level. And like I said, I do have friends that are Virgos. I know people that do casual very well and very honestly. So if that's how you're doing casual, make sure you're keeping it up like that. But you need to heal this heart space too. We need to get this Queen of Cups in the upright position. Yeah, so that you can have success here in the physical, in an actual partnership. We know that's what you really want. You do need to be working on these trust issues though. Okay? You see this lady, she wants that success. She wants to be giving of herself. Giving of her heart space. Alright? But be careful you're not turning yourself into a martyr. Trying to give things when you don't have them to give. You need to heal your heart space first. Okay? Yeah, because you resisting these tower moments, this change internally. And it's going to keep you from that 10 of Pentacles in your physical reality, that happily ever after and solid reality. Even though you feel like you present as a solid offer, you don't with all this trust and your emotions blocked off. That's not no solid offer. You wouldn't accept that shit. Stop playing. Stop playing. Okay? Yeah, you're alchemizing. You need to alchemize your heart space. Alchemy is very important. So do some research on alchemy if you're not understanding of it. It's transmuting energy, transmuting your thinking patterns. Yeah, spirit is encouraging you to be bold for sure. Yeah, grow. Be bold, be fearless with this trust issues. You need to not worry about trusting other people. You need to trust yourself to be reattached to your heart space, because I feel like a lot of Virgos already done cut off their heart space. We're here with the Page of Cups in reverse and the Queen of Cups in reverse. We need to alchemize that. Yeah, and grow that heart space. Nurturing yourself is going to be key. It's going to be important. Yeah, and instead of being in conflict with people, allow yourself to be curious. Okay? Allow yourself to be curious. Allow yourself to, and you've been curious, you've been exploring your connections. So I feel like you can solidify now what you want, but there's come a time when you have to turn off these games, you know what I'm saying, and turn in your player card and get serious. And even if you are interested in multiple partners, there is ways to have polygamy where there's a commitment. You know what I mean? I feel like there is levels of commitment. Yeah, spirit is encouraging you to thrive. Yeah, and you are owning your own agency, your own self. I can't show y'all this card because it is crazy. Well, let me see if I can. Yeah. You're owning your own, like, energy and everything. Okay? You're owning your own sexuality. You're owning your own. Let me put that off to the side up here. You're owning your own, like, this conflict. This conflict is internal. It stems from something internal. It may have stemmed from something that you did not receive in childhood. It is worth taking a look at that, okay? Yeah, and you're not worried about being so fucking nice. Game changer. Also, don't be too mean, all right? Because I feel like they can get all the way over there. Yep, and we're being brave. Yeah, we're being brave. You see her here with her swords cutting off shit that doesn't serve us. And, telling that shit to kick rocks. Right. I was going to move everything over, and then I remembered about how, yeah, intense. So the person that you're going to be connected with, it's so funny. The Emperor and Empress came over in your career reading, but it's not coming over in your love reading. That's wild. And I feel like it's a lot to do with you not accepting any real legitimate love offers and being out of touch. The Queen of Cups in the upright position is a very open heart space energy. So reverse, that's cold. You're as cold as ice, willing to sacrifice our love. So be careful that you aren't sacrificing love for money. You know what I'm saying? Free will, to each of their own. I'm just reading the energy. Spirit is letting you know. The intensity of a true soul connection includes great highs and great lows. So there may be somebody that you've been going through these ups and downs with. Yeah, power. The power of love is like a magnet drawing souls together. A Virgo is a very beautiful energy, like naturally. Life can beat you guys down and make y'all darker, though, and make y'all more depressed and more, not operating in that childlike place. Okay, so there's acting like a baby, right? Like somebody's supposed to take care of you. But that innocence, like that childlike wonder, that is one of y'all's gifts, okay? Y'all can't just be using it to just pretend to be the baby and, have other people take care of you y'all life. That's not what's up. Power of love is like a magnet drawing souls together. And I mean, if y'all have that agreement in your relationship, I'm not knocking nobody if that is what you are doing and you and your significant other is happy with that. And that's not what I'm saying. Because that person is then providing for the household. They are cooking and cleaning, doing stuff for the kids. You know what I'm saying? They are also putting in work. So even if they're not putting in income, they're also putting in work. Um, but no, I'm talking about just being lazy and feeling entitled and wanting Tom, Dick, and Harry to do everything for you. No. Yeah, recognition. The divine will help you recognize signs and miracles. Learn. Let love show you how to learn from each other. So this is advice from Spirit. When you are meeting this special person, when you are, feeling romantic, instead of just being like, ooh, what can you offer my bank account? Like, let's get beyond the surface. Okay? Let's look at that with our emotional intelligence. Let's look at that with our actual intelligence. Let's look at that with our spiritual intelligence. Respect your relationships. Exactly. You using somebody for their bread, that is not respect. Respect your relationships. Yeah, trust. You need to have trust in a relationship in order for it to flourish. And what I said, you need to work on trusting you, trusting God, trusting Spirit. That's how you're going to fix that bond. Yes, a love bond goes stronger over time. So I feel like you guys are working on this. Okay. Yeah, cherish your relationship. I feel like there's a common theme happening now. Cherish your relationships by offering this heart space, being open. Yeah. Not letting your internal conflict become external. Yeah, obstacles. Look for ways around the obstacles to find happiness. Look deeply within to discover your soul purpose in your relationship. So there is some reflection that's needed to happen regarding your romantic relationships, regarding how you are showing up in any of your relationships, not even just your romantic relationships. These could be platonic and friendships as well. You take a look at how you are relating to other people. Yeah, enlightenment. With enlightenment, there is no separation. We recognize that we are one with the divine. And letting go. So letting go is a common theme in your love life and in your career. Sometimes it's best to let go and let the universe work things out in divine timing. So there may be a special person, maybe somebody or something that you regret, that you've been thinking about. Spirit is encouraging you to let that situation go and let God. And I feel like in your faith that you are going to lean on that. I'm going to clear these away so that we have some more space for these messages. So we're going to get some messages from the person that you are thinking about. Okay. They also want you to understand that, you need to have reverence for yourself. Okay. You need to have reverence for yourself. Yeah. Yeah, because you having all these burdens and you not receiving love, that is not divine judgment. That is your personal free will choice. Okay. Our free will can go against spirit's guidance. All right. Yeah, heart. Bottom of the deck is heart. You begin to feel your heart beat faster when you are close. So feeling your feelings can be scary. That is okay. Yeah, be brave to tap into this heart space, okay? And feel all of your feelings. All right. Yeah. You not want this Queen of Cups energy coming up like that. No more. All right. Whew. All right, let's get some messages. And then we're going to get some divine timing. Okay, and then we're going to wrap it. Yeah, deepening. A relationship will finally deepen in the next few months. You have been waiting for this. If you take my advice, tap into that heart space, turn them that Page of Cups and that Queen of Cups bright side up. There's going to be some deepening going on. Yeah, unconditional love. The love between you and your person is eternal. Nothing and no one can take it away from you. So perhaps you really were thinking about a specific type of person. Spirit wants you to know their love is unconditional. This situation is unconditional. That does not mean that they need to put up with your bullshit unconditionally. Okay? Yeah, actions speak louder than words. If you want to know what someone is feeling, watch what they're doing. They are watching what you're doing as well. So you need to be mindful of what your actions are portraying to other people, Virgo. One thing I really feel like Virgos lack as far as thinking before they act. You need to think before you act. Yeah, and let go of the need to control. Allow the situation to unfold naturally. And as babyish as you guys are, y'all can be the babies of the zodiac and be the crybaby and be whining and trying to get y'all's way because y'all are trying to control something. No. No, none of that. Yeah, for yourself. You don't need to be in control of everything for a love relationship to be successful. See, I said that if y'all going after all of these connections with these people that you're not even emotionally invested in, so you can use them to pay your bills, you are trapping yourself. Spirit is encouraging you to free yourself, to deepen your understanding with yourself, to love yourself unconditionally. Actions speak louder than words. Your soulmate. Yes, this person is your soulmate. Your connection is sacred. I hope that you aren't doing them like this, especially not your counterpart. Using them for money, that's rude, bro. Okay. Yeah, so you have a soulmate. This connection is sacred. You don't want to be in this energy, in this unavailable, emotionally like lacking energy when they come around. See? Yeah, because then that's going to be a different path. You are not on the same page with the person you have in mind. The directions you want to move into are different. With this action speak louder than words. Yeah. Yep. They want you to know that they remember every detail of that day. You're going to have to let go of somebody. Yeah, let go of the need to control. Let go of the fact, that you can't control this soulmate, even though the love is unconditional. Yeah. You guys are in no contact. They are afraid to contact you. Unconditional love, soulmate. I know I messed everything up. So maybe this is why you act in untrustworthy ways. Maybe there's a significant person that you are thinking about right now. And maybe you sabotaged this connection or they did, and it was because of those trust issues, right? So y'all gotta work on y'all shit. Yep, it's time for me to heal now. So y'all are gonna go down some different paths. You need to be okay with that. You need to get okay with that and not get lost in this what was me business. Exactly with this. They want you to know too that they lost themselves for a little while in reaching your goal. Everything you want from this connection will manifest in the near future. But you are going to have to release the control. Things can't unfold naturally if you are consistently like me. Yeah. So I feel like maybe this was what you did. I left you before you could leave me. I'm seeing that with a lot of these superficial connections here in this Virgo reading. Yeah, I'm grateful for the spiritual lesson. Thank God you're here, Virgo. I'm not trying to I'm not trying to bully you. I'm not trying to nag you. You know what I'm saying? I'm just keeping it real. Like I said, I know a lot of Virgos that are very healed, that are very progressive. So this is not your story. This is not your phase right now. Take this with a grain of salt. Or you can, you know, take the messages that do fit you and your situation and then go from there. All right, but Spirit is showing what Spirit is showing. I've seen enough Virgos to know like this is a very common thing for you guys. Okay. And even when you are committed to somebody, y'all can still kind of remain at like arm's length from that person because of them trust issues. So make sure y'all are looking with that. Maybe seek professional assistance. Yeah, we need to let each other go. So there's this releasing of each other. And in releasing each other, I'm starting to understand our connection. And then there's an acknowledgement that you lost yourself for a little while. They did too. Let's get some timing. Okay. I'm just making sure they wasn't stuck together. For some of you guys, this work that you're doing, I said Virgo is the alchemist, okay? So this work that you're doing, it can be done, it can be split when you set your fucking mind to it, okay? Don't be resisting because you're all in your feelings. Woo, she hurt my ego. Ass is so mean to us Virgos. If y'all don't shut y'all sensitive asses up, I'm mean to everybody, okay? This is across the board meanness, all right? Across the board meanness, across the board niceness, all right? I give that tough love. And Virgos need it, okay? Within a month. Some of y'all get real scared, though. So, we got September. Okay? The time has been delayed, exactly, because some of y'all act real scary, real resistant to anything that does not come from inside of yourself, right? Yeah. And Spirit is trying to let you know, like, just relax. Keep going with the flow of life. And then we have bottom of the deck energy around June. Genuine love is there, okay? If you guys keep playing these games with people, or, you know, going into situations half-assed, with no heart space involved whatsoever, not really giving a fuck, like I said, nothing is going to come out of those situations except for this type of energy. I left you before you could leave me. This ego, this battle of the ego and prides, right? Now, free will. Y'all can choose to stay there if you want to, but it's going to be this different paths every time. Every single time. I don't want y'all to live just disappointed, okay? Spirit is really encouraging you to free yourself. You don't need to be in control of everything for a love relationship to be successful. Releasing the need to control, giving, you know what I'm saying, restoring your faith with Spirit, restoring your, you know, that's going to help you reach your goal. All right, that's going to help you find yourself. Okay, for some of you guys, it's not going to take you that long. For some of you guys, you're almost there. Like, y'all have been doing the work. For others of you, it's going to take a minute, okay? Y'all got that turtle moving energy sometimes. 108:33 on the clock. Okay, now we're going to get into, I do have some spiritual messages for you guys. I'm like, why is this one so short and all the other ones is so long? So we do have some spiritual guidance here. Oh my goodness. Now y'all gonna get to see in real time why I delayed y'all's reading so much. Spirit, these ones I'm not gonna be able to read if they rip so much. Whatever. Okay. This is another one. There's another one in here. Whoops. When I took its whole head off. Okay. Okay. Yeah. So, and to get some light body messages, yeah, you need to remember who you are. Remember what you are here. Remember the vision. Mastery number 11. That's the bottom of the deck over here with this light message. Okay. Yeah, you're experiencing some enlightenment right now. Yeah, you're finishing a cycle with your soul journey, or you are ending a cycle on your soul journey. And like I said, spirituality is very important in your career, in your love life at this time. And so is meditation, getting tapped in. Okay. And I feel like you need to create that space in your heart space, in your life, for the solid future that you want. Okay. Especially when it comes to this soulmating, exactly, with this visualize. Yeah, I ain't gotta take my word for it. Spirit trying to holler at y'all. Okay? And then we have some questions that I just had to rip all up. So we're gonna see how much of these I can still read. How does my body want to move today? So these are journal prompts, reflection prompts that you can take a look at, okay? Yeah, when we move, we change our state and raise our vibration. This new elevated state becomes a channel for more energy. Are you moving your body daily? Are you passionate about it? Is it time to try something new? Yeah, how does your body want to move today? Listen and joyfully do. So you may be changing your habits. So where does my soul want to travel? You may be reassessing your visions, your goals. How can I be more kind to myself and offer more grace in this very moment? So I feel like you're doing that for you. You're also doing that for the, the potential connection, right, that you want to have. What am I most afraid of losing? And even though half this card came off, I could still read the entire back. What am I looking for outside of myself that is already within me? Okay. Are you looking for more guidance, confidence, peace, wisdom, love, or something else? When we search outside of ourselves, we can become overwhelmed, frustrated, and never feel quite good enough. It is time to go inward to find everything you seek. All the answers you need lie within you. Facts. See, I don't get hung up on the fact that some of these cards is chopped and screwed now, okay? What do I believe about money? I've gotten this card a billion times. What do I believe about money? Do my beliefs match my dreams? Money is an energy. It ebbs and flows. You are worthy of it, and it's your responsibility to heal your relationship with money as part of your waking up to the whole of you and your purpose. I feel like you have this internal belief that you can have money or you can have love, but you cannot have both. That is a limiting belief. So you are limiting yourself, or when shit is going good in your career, you are sabotaging it in your relationships. Yeah, what boundaries need to be created or strengthened within my relationships? Facts. I have no idea what that says because we messed it all the way up. When we separate something energy from others, we gain clarity about what we really want. Okay, then we stop doing things that no longer align with ourselves. If you are an empath, you can still be compassionate towards others without taking on their stuff. It is safe to trust that you are not here to fix anyone. I have everything I need within me now, and so do they. I am worthy of my needs, and I set boundaries based on what is best for me. Yeah, what are the dominant emotions that run my life? Exactly. How do you feel your day? Stress or joy? Trust or anger? Anxiety or peace? We have only today, right now, the journey. No goal, no destination will bring us the feeling we seek. But when we begin filling every day with that which we value most, we will attract more of it. This is fulfillment. Yeah, I feel like you guys are working towards gaining that fulfillment in the present moment. All right. All right, we're going to, yeah. What am I looking for outside of myself that is already within me? Even though this now is a Scrabble Rock card, I don't care. We're going to put that joint right on top. Right on top. Okay. All right. And I'm going to clean it up. Ooh, yeah. Where my soul want to travel? Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. I feel like I need to put a book on some of these cards so I can re-flatten them and back up again. Okay. And before your reading, I had to do all of this. I look so light bright. You guys, it's so funny. In the freaking winter, I also do an inside home job too outside of this. So it's just like next to this table, I look very, very white. Oh, but I ain't. That's funny. It is so funny. That's all right though. I don't care. Whew. We have a lot of these. So these are divine guidance, geometry, advice. So 27. I'm going to just lay them out here and then we're going to go take a deep dive into this book. 8, 2, 38, 43, 12, 9, 13, 15, and 39. 39 is the bottom of the deck energy from over here. So we are going to give me 1 second, guys, because all right. Ooh. All right, 27. These are oracle, like geometry oracles, so I am going to read from the book, guys, because I don't have all of these memorized. Yeah, 27 is new direction. Yeah, energetically, your life is ready to move in a new direction, but you have to allow for this to happen. Have you noticed that you do the same things each day, that you've fallen into a routine? It's time to break free from the daily patterns you have created in your life. It's time to be spontaneous. When you do this, you open your energy to the possibilities of something new and revive your passion for living. The energy of the universe is ready to flow and be consciously breaking free of the routines and patterns you have created in your life. You allow space for the new and different to manifest. Yeah, that's what I was saying. Spirit be knowing. Spirit be spiriting. I 8. This is self-talk. Oh. Okay, it's gonna act like it's not self-talk. That was weird. All right, balance. Life is about balance. And this card is here to help you create more balance in all aspects of your life: work and play, relationship time and alone time, social time and quiet meditation, physical activity and rest, giving and receiving, feminine energy and masculine energy. Balancing out each aspect of your life will enable you to give your energy to the world in a much more grounded and centered way. Absolutely. Yeah, 2, the star card. Yeah, illuminates. You are a shining star. In truth, you were born to illuminate the world with your light. The time has come to get you out of your own way and allow yourself to be all of who you are meant to be. Remember, it is only the thoughts in your mind that hold you back. And it takes a lot more energy to hold yourself closed than it does to allow yourself to flow open. This card is asking you to allow yourself to take up space, to open yourself up and illuminate this world. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. All right, 38. Yeah. Gentle release. The presence of Archangel Michael is here to assist you with clearing your energy field of old hurts and past experiences that are weighing you down and slowing your progress in life. He is here to help you cut the cords that keep you energetically attached to people and events that no longer serve you in a positive way. Michael always performs his duties with love and asks you to consciously send love to those people and things in your past so that you may release them into the light and move forward with your life. Mm-hmm. You ain't gotta go home, but you gotta get the hell up out of here. Okay. Mm-hmm. Get that shit out of there. All right, 43. Okay, Earth Angel. Yes. You truly are an Earth Angel. It is time to recognize and honor the beautiful spirit that you are. Once we are incarnated, we forget who and what we truly are. Now is your time to remember. Claim your wings, knowing you really do make a difference in the lives that you touch. You have many loving, angelic beings with you to support you on your divine path. Feel safe in allowing yourself to follow the path that you are guided to walk. Whatever that path may be, you are ready to spread your wings and fly. Absolutely. Okay, 12. This is the nectar of life one. No? Why would it be... Why does it be changing them? Like, I never read them before. See, this is why I be reading them. What in the alternate timeline did I step into? Okay, I know that this is the nectar of life one. That's crazy. A universal energy. This says happiness. Again, at 1 and 2, adding up to 3, which is joy. A universal energy is moving through your life and your inner being right now. While this energy sets all matters of the physical world into proper order, it also serves to bring a deeper, more profound feeling of contentment and inner happiness. Be conscious of whether or not you are open to allowing this energy to flow. There is a lot of good coming your way, especially happiness. Also, note the golden ripples that emanate outwards. This shows that your energy shift will have a positive and uplifting effect on others as well. Yeah, I was saying Virgos have some happy, very creative, very like contagious energy. That's why it matters what energy you guys are in. One of my favorite brothers, he passed, but he was a Virgo too. That's the only one I didn't cut off. He was cool, you know what I'm saying? He was cool. And his emotions was very contagious, for sure. Mm-hmm. Y'all got power. Mm-hmm. 9. Rewards. We have liftoff. Energetically and physically, things are about to take off in your world. Hold on to your hat. All your hard work is about to pay off. Whatever your venture is right now, there is a great movement coming. Things are about to skyrocket for you. Good things do come, and this is your time to enjoy them. You have done the work. Now it is time to reap the rewards. Congratulations. Yeah, I'm trying to tell you some shit in your career is taking off. There's going to be some work that needs to happen in y'all's love life and y'all's romantic space for sure. But maybe if you have, done that level of work and that was more of the past, then you are about to receive a reward. Maybe potentially meet that person that was in the career reading. So if y'all didn't check out the career reading, y'all might want to go do that. Yes, opening. Mm-hmm. Your intuition and psychic connection is open and flowing, allowing you to access higher realms of knowledge and understanding. Sometimes when we receive guidance or information from these realms, it can be a bit confusing or unclear. There is a lot of information moving through your subconscious that your conscious mind has to process. It does get easier in time. The more you use it, the stronger it becomes. Just remember this open connection is how you are naturally meant to operate. You are now in direct communication with other realities and your higher self. Remember what I said about your spirituality or your faith having a significant impact in your career success and in your love life. So I feel like you are getting tapped in to your own connection with spirit. You may be here for just that reason. Well, welcome to Sacred Therapy. I'm Az. I'll be bringing the readings. 15, Dragon Guide. I'm also the year of the dragon, so that's hilarious. Dragon is here to help you take a stand in your life. Others may have strong opinions about what you should be doing or how you should be doing it. Could also be that others are interfering when they should not be. Dragon has come to help you stand firm for what you believe is right, even if that means breathing a little fire to get your point across. Don't worry, it will be okay. Dragon is here to help you claim your power and your right to live your life as you see best. Exactly. Exactly. That's what I was saying. I mean, if that's your business, if you wanna, use people to pay your bills, hey, that's your business. But at least, you know, be honest about it. Let them decide for themselves. You feel me? Um, and I mean that's not going against your power. If you are being deceptive to those people, then you go catch karma. So be mindful in the ways that which you are showing up, and make sure that the people that you are involved with are at least on that same page with you. Okay. Okay, 39. Okay, resolution. Woo, bottom of the deck is resolution. Life is like a puzzle, and we put the pieces together in a way that fits for us. Until now, your puzzle hasn't seemed to fit together in a way that has made any sense. What seems out of harmony will begin to feel balanced. Even though some things feel like they just won't work, shifts and adjustments are happening now. You will find that things will start to fall into place and that everything will fit together perfectly in your life. Yeah. So order is coming. I know my Virgos is geeked up about that message. Spirit says order is coming. All right, Virgo. I know you have waited a long time for your reading. Drop a comment, a like, share, subscribe, guys, if you're new here. And yeah, I'm going to catch y'all in the next zodiac reading. All right.